Hello world, this is Isaiah here, back with Season 1, Episode 4 review of The Mandalorian. I'm Isaiah, once again, and welcome back to the Southern Road Podcast. I am so excited to talk about this episode. This episode is Chapter 5, The Gunslinger. Yes, I have mixed feelings about this episode. I never, for me, this is this is one of those episodes that you really needed, but it had throwaway characters. I mean, starting off at the beginning, we get to see that we're back on Tatooine. Yes, iconic location. We got to see the Mos Eisley spaceport. You see Mando land in the same hangar as the freaking Millennium Falcon was once in from A New Hope. That just, the Easter eggs in that scene it warmed my heart, and it was a love letter. This episode was basically a love letter to Tatooine and to the original trilogy, and especially where we found Luke in the original trilogy. This was outstanding by Dave Filoni. Even though we get to see all this, I have to admit the story was kind of one-dimensional. It was one-dimensional for me. I mean, yes, it was like a 1-2 punch. It was like, we get to meet new characters. We got to meet Amy Sedaris, which was a shocker to see on screen for the first time in the Star Wars universe. And then we also got to meet characters of Toro Calican and also Finnick Shand, who is played by the awesome Ming-Na. But when it comes to some of these characters, and in terms to Finnick, I have to admit, I was disappointed. I was disappointed with the whole structure of us getting to know this character, but then, spoiler alert, the character's killed off that quickly. And that bothered me, something crazy. And I just want to know, what is the plan for the rest of the season? Yes, we're meeting characters, but they're only getting like one episode. There's no one, joining Mando on his mission. It's like a one and done hit. Like, I don't know if we're going to see Gina Carino again. Hopefully we will. Because when it comes to The Mandalorian, I have been keeping myself on the low with all the information that's been coming out, set photos and things like that, because I want to have a little bit of surprise left to each episode. And this episode for me did surprise me. I was just wondering, like, it just has me thinking, why, like, maybe there was a reason. Like I said, spoiler alert, this is a spoiler review. Why would they kill Finnick? I mean, the trades and everything made a big deal about Ming-Na being part of The Mandalorian. And she's this bounty, not a bounty hunter, but an assassin who works, who was on the run from the New Republic, and she was hiding out on Tatooine and the Dune Sea and stuff like that. I thought that's a great start. The way they handled her character was a great start to the episode, in my opinion. It's just like the way we're getting to know this character, and we're going to be like, oh, it's like her and Mando going to probably team up, or is he probably going to take her in, and that leads to a future character arc. It wasn't that at all, and I was totally shocked by that. And also having Toro Calican, the other wanting to join the bounty hunter / guild, and just wanted to get off so Mando could take him back to the guild so he can join. That almost felt like a waste, because it seems like there were points in the episode where I felt like he was teaching him some things. Like he was teaching him how to become a better bounty hunter. If you want to be part of the guild, you got to be less cocky and less, less more serious when it comes to this profession. Because I mean, as the oh my god, what was his name? As the buyer, as the buyer said, Warner Herzog in the first episode, it's a complicated profession. I couldn't I was really into the episode. I get that this was like a pit stop on the side of the road episode, but when you introduce characters for that, I mean, you made a big deal out of it. Kind of bothers me because now it seems like we're not. What is the mission of this season? I get that we're pushing towards the end of the season now because now I know Giancarlo Esposito's character of Moff Gideon is getting ready to make his appearance, and I'm just thinking, where is this going? I mean, it seems like it's having a direction, but it's very thinly. It's not made clear yet. I mean, yes, I mean, Mando has saved his bounty from the guild, and he's on the run and things of that sort. But where is this actually going? Where by the season's end at the end of this month? What can I take away from this season that should get me ready for next season? Like, what am I taking away? And I love how we got to see a whole bunch of new things here in this episode. Like the thing that really stood out to me was the account with the Tusken Raiders. The whole with the Tusken Raiders, seeing how they communicate it was definitely new because I never knew. I thought Tusken Raiders maybe had like a voice kind of similar to the Jawas when they talk, but they do the but I get that. I get they do that, but I'm glad that they actually kind of use kind of sign language to actually speak. That was a new tidbit for them, and bigger character development too. And also, we got to know that they're very particular about who travels through their lands, and that was a good little bit just to see on an episode that helps expand the Star Wars lore. And but back to Ming Na. Ming Na is, to me, she is an amazing actress. I've been following her for years. My goodness, the first movie I ever knew she was in was Street Fighter. Then I saw her in Mulan. Her voice was in Mulan and many other things. And I like her as an actress because I like how she does martial arts, and she actually does those stunts. I think I read somewhere she actually does her stunts, and that's amazing. And I just felt like she was wasted. I just felt like she was wasted in this episode because I mean she only had like what, if you add up all the screen time she's really had in this episode, I think it would probably average to about maybe 5-6 minutes. I'm like, this is no. I mean, I get that she be part of a Star Wars universe, or maybe she was just busy on other projects. But Ming Na is a great actress. I mean, that I wouldn't have used her as a throwaway character. But like, I digress because that's a whole nother thing right there. And I don't know if the Easter eggs in this episode were kind of I was just geeking out. The whole episode geeking out from the just seeing the Mos Eisley spaceport from a distance when Mando was going into town and what else? Not buzz droids, the droids from episode 1, that the ones you have to hit in the nose that actually get to activate them. That was awesome. I mean, that's Filoni bringing in the old and the new, to really blend the Star Wars story together. And also seeing Toro and Mando in the same booth as Han and Greedo. That was awesome. That was amazing. I love I gotta admit, there were shots in this episode that were stunning. Like there was a shot where they were just riding across across the Dune Sea, and you just see their silhouettes and stuff like that, and in the distance. And I have to look back up who actually did the cinematography for this episode because it was breathtaking. Another shot I fell in love with was it was right before a certain, before Fennec it was killed, and there was a silhouette shot. It was just so beautifully mapped out, and just just perfect. As he approaches her, you see the sun's rising in the background. If the same cinematographers that work for the Mandalorian is also working with the Obi-Wan series, that show is going to be breathtaking. It's especially with how they deal with shots out there in the desert and how they deal with Obi-Wan, but that's a whole nother thing. Character standouts, I have to give it to Amy Sedaris as Peli Motto. I've seen her before in other shows, like I think the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I've seen her in that. I think I saw her. That's right. I remember her face from episode of 30 Rock. I saw a while ago. Yeah, she's a great actress, and I love how we just get these little moments, these little lighthearted moments with her in the episode, dealing with her and Baby Yoda. It was just so like mother and child moments. That was amazing. Even though we didn't get the chance to see Baby Yoda that much. Like I said, Baby Yoda has my heart. I think as much as everybody here that listens to this and going forward, I think Baby Yoda has everybody's heart. And just, I was kind of glad that we got to see little of him, but go back to, the main story. Where's Mando? What is he doing? And things of that such. I'm really and another Easter egg that let me go ahead and mention this now, that I love seeing was, I haven't seen a lot of posts on this online about it, but when Mando first goes into the cantina, you see that there is a droid behind the bar. And for some reason I was thinking, oh wow, wait a minute, that's right. Back in episode 4, they didn't allow droids to even come into the cantina. So seeing that place ran by a droid, that was like, whoa, that's right. A lot has changed since when Luke and Obi-Wan first walked into that cantina for the first time. I mean, the Empire's gone, the New Republic is here. It's starting to thrive, and then you see, I like the shot where Mando kind of walks in town, and you see the stormtrooper helmets on pikes, and that was it really shows you that it has really changed there, and that it's a different time, and I thought that was a cool Easter egg to see. And we also get this name drops on Beggar's Canyon. That was another Easter egg that stood out. And I'm like, wait a minute. The one that Luke said him and Biggs were driving their T-16s back on Tatooine, that Beggar's Canyon, when they were disposing of Toro's body and stuff like that, when Peli was telling them, oh, let's go throw it in Beggar's Canyon. That was a great Easter egg. I mean, Dave Filoni really showed in this episode that he loves Star Wars. I got all the references, and yes, I'm definitely letting everybody know I love this saga just with this, and I loved it. It was great, and there was also another shot that I had to really turn up the contrast on my TV because I couldn't see it as much, when it was basically after Fennec. They were trying to get towards Fennec, and it was at night. I gotta admit, the speeder scenes, every scene that there was a speeder in, I have to admit it was great, because when they were trying to get to Fennec on that cliff and they were just riding in it, it was just like that was a brilliantly shot action sequence, even though it was that dark. That's why I wonder if since the episode before this, Sanctuary, Bryce Dallas Howard and Dave Filoni really kind of got together and talked about, oh yeah, let's do these night sequences. These night sequences are awesome. It was, it's great. It's great to be shy. It's great. It's great shot. Those were really great shots that Filoni was able to get during the night. And this episode really kind of got me more interested in cinematography of an episode. Because there's a way you can just set a shot, and there's a shot that you can just go with and just let it just play out and things of that nature. I want to know more about cinematography following this episode, because this series has been absolutely perfect with them. And yeah, I'm just looking through my notes right now trying to see if if I missed anything, because right now this episode was really kind of like a 1-2 punch. And I believe I'm done, guys. I didn't go through the episode because, it was like through scene by scene, because I just wanted to talk about this as a whole. This show is really this show has really been a blast to watch week after week, and just to see the creative choices they do with this show has been phenomenal. I've seen, like, with this episode in particular, yeah, I would have probably kept around Finnick a little bit longer, but you know, it could probably be for a good reason. And plus, oh, before I forget, there is a scene right after the first fade out where we hear a person, don't know who it is, walk up on the lifeless body of Finnick Shand, and we don't know who it is. So, I mean, many people thought that it was, oh my goodness, is it Boba Fett? No, it's not Boba Fett. I mean, Dave, I think it was Dave Filoni, I think, already confirmed that it's not him. We will not see him this season. Don't even suspect that. Just stop. I think it may be Giancarlo Esposito's, what's his character's name? Moff Gideon. I think it might be him, because he's the big, I think they say he's like the next big guy that we're going to see probably without the last 3 episodes. Yeah, the last 3 episodes of this season. Or maybe not. It could be just in for 1 episode. But that's just word I've been hearing around the Twitter space. But I want to know who that was, because why would you go and look over the body? It's like, did he take the body? Did he do something with said body? I mean, and plus, I like how you hear spurs in the background. Like, what is that? Like, who is this? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening to this very quick and to the point review. I like this format. I was trying to switch it up this time. I didn't want to take it through it scene by scene, because it seems like I was listening to my old episodes, and I was wondering where where I can, kind of make it shorter, make it quick, and keep it interesting. And this was it. And judging by my time here and by how quick I ran through this episode, I love it. So I would definitely be doing it a lot more going forward. Thank you guys so much for listening. Go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. Thank you all so much for supporting the Southern Real. I know, there's no we, but it's just I know that you guys hear a lot of podcasts and hear a lot of things on YouTube and SoundCloud or whatever you hear your podcasts on, but I wanted to bring it just from a standpoint of, not a nerdy standpoint, but also from a person who deeply loves Star Wars. Yeah, I'm not to say that other podcasts don't deeply love Star Wars, but I feel like I see nerds of color. I see I won't say nerds, because I mean, nerds has been, that term has been so used negatively, but I use it in terms of, explaining that we are nerds, and there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. But I think that I actually have a platform where I can express my feelings and express myself to, to a wider audience, talking about something that I love, and I appreciate that. And I love to talk about things that I love, that I absolutely have close to my heart. And I thank you for whoever's listening. You guys can just comment, let me know. No negative comments, please, because it will be deleted. I mean, let's all be nice to each other. Let's do things that, let's say things, that encourages and things like that keeps on going. But guys, thank you so much for listening. Episode 6 next week? Yeah, episode 6. Let's see where this story is going, because we only have 3 episodes left. I believe they pushed episode 7 back. They pushed episode 7 back to about 2 days before. Rise of Skywalker comes out in theaters, and I think there's supposed to be a special look of Rise of Skywalker on those episodes. So yeah, I can't wait to see it. I have to say that I was not able to get my tickets for Rise of Skywalker yet, but I will see it opening weekend. I just wanted, to get those crowds out and things like that, be able to, see, get in, get out, get some space, because I already know those opening night seats are probably already sold out. But I will see it opening weekend. That's a promise. But you guys go ahead, do hit that like button, hit that share button, and until next time, guys, this is Isaiah signing off. May the force be with you.